Great energy both inside and outside the arena tonight as we are just moments away now from puck drop. The Rangers kick things off by winning the opening faceoff, and here we go. Moves the pass in front. Couldn't complete the pass. The Devils are across the line and into the offensive end. From the point, they take control of it. Turns that one away.
He's got a gift to read and anticipate the play, and when he drops into that butterfly position, not only is he as big as possible and covers the top half, but he's agile enough to slide across to cover the lower half.
Here's a short pass to Meyer. Hugs the boards through the neutral zone. Moves it to Heischer. Scores! And they are on the board quickly in this one.
Well, it's because they were ready, James. I mean, the first 5 strides right from puck drop were urgent, and when you're aggressive and you're urgent on the puck, you find a way to put it in. There's so much skill and finesse in today's game. I love to see the net drive, having the courage to fight for the dot, and that's exactly what he's showing here, except he elects to use his vision when he recognizes the coverage is drawn to him and moves that puck right to his teammate, who puts it in for a goal.
The Devils were looking for a good start in this one, and they have certainly accomplished that with the first goal of the game just minutes in.
Well, you know they would have talked about making sure that they establish some presence and some pace in the game, in particular in the opening frame, James. But to get up a 1-0 lead on your opponent just minutes into the game, that is a fantastic start.
Hughes is known to bring the heat offensively for his squad. Panarin's third-eye zone ability is his incredible passing skills and his knack for completing difficult plays to set up his teammates. I'm expecting one of these players to make a big difference for their team before the game is over. Back to you guys.
Shot! Too many bodies in the way. Handles the puck. Chance in front! And he rings the post!
New York's players are frustrated. They know that you don't get the great looks all the time in the game, and they also know how close this one is. They have to find a way to stay confident, continue with the game plan as they press towards the offensive zone.
Lots of time left in this period. New Jersey's up 1-0. Trocheck's won the draw deep in the defensive zone. Slides the puck over. Oh, textbook poke check to turn that over. From point blank! Oh, big-time save by Dawes.
This is a fantastic save, James. He's all over it. What I mean by that is he knows exactly where it is and where it's moving, a reason why he can get square to it and make the save.
Gains possession with both centers all tied up in the draw. Dumps it in. The Rangers gain possession. Slides the puck ahead to Miller. The Rangers pick up steam and are on the attack. Here's a shot. Oh, what a save! He stopped it. Wow!
Oh, that's an intangible effort that you can't teach, James. That's all about desperation and the will to stop that puck.
Takes a spill onto the ice and loses the puck. Puck picked up by Cooley. Gaining momentum up along the side. Hyle's got the puck. And that pass is redirected. The Rangers have pushed the tempo here early in the first, but they still trail. New Jersey's won the defensive zone draw. Quick pass to Meyer. Sends it over to Marino. Poked away at center by Kreider. Quick feed to Capo. New Jersey's got the puck inside the defensive zone. And now it's grabbed by Schneider. From the right wing, he moves it to the middle. Here's a chance! Scores! And the scratching and clawing has paid off as we are back to even.
Well, we're back to evens, James, and I really like their game. I mean, when you're pushing and you're trying to find a way to get ahead and on top, you have to trust the process. That's exactly what they've done, and they've been rewarded for it. Oh, man, he's an incredible passer, James. I mean, he's got IQ and awareness, so he knows where he wants to put the puck, so he's one step ahead of everyone. But then it's all about your delivery. You have to give a pass that someone can receive. So the perfect timing or the temperature, you want to make sure that it's flat, it's crisp, and he seems to do it every single time.
New York's won the draw in the neutral zone. Gets the puck in deep. New Jersey's got a hold of it against the wall. Slides the puck over to Pratt. Here's a short pass to Meyer. Grabbed along the boards by Heischer. With the stop.
Sometimes goaltenders just make it look easy, James. And look at how big he makes himself in the net as he's trying to track and find the puck at all costs. It almost looks easy for him, but that's an impressive save.
New Jersey's in on the offensive attack now. Big time save. Oh, he is looking good in there tonight. New Jersey's got the puck along the boards. Long reach breaks up the momentum. Moves it quickly over to Lafreniere. Down the left wing and into the offensive zone. Off target. And he takes the pass. Taken by Toffoli. Moves it to Hughes. Here they come on the attack. Denies them in close.
Well, this is an incredible save, James. It's anticipation as well. Recognize that the shooter is in the low slot, getting in front of it and making the save.
Shot. Stopped by the goaltender.
Well, this save looks easier than it actually is. I mean, when you have a shooter right in the slot and you know that you got to find a way to get your glove on it, you got to be fast, you got to be quick and show those reflexes. He does that and makes the save.
More than half the period left to play. You can feel the energy in this crowd. It's a tie game. Dawes has the puck and holds on for a whistle. Some last-second communication before both teams get ready to drop the puck here. The Rangers take possession of the faceoff. Oh, and he lays out to block it. What a warrior! Poked away in the neutral zone by Kakko. And offside, we'll get a reset here. And they grab possession of the puck after that center ice faceoff. Puck scooped up by Zibanejad. Quick feed down low. Lugs the puck into the offensive zone corner. Slides it quickly to Siegenthaler. New York's got a hold of the puck now. The Devils move the puck in the defensive zone. New Jersey's moving it into the offensive end. Taken along the wall by Holtz. Oh, just a great heads-up play by Schneider. Still has possession. Directs it on over to Vesey. Tries to the crease. Makes it look easy. Great positioning with the pad save. Well past the midway mark of this period, we are all tied up in this one. The Rangers win the draw. And he takes a shot. Stopped by the goaltender, getting a piece of that one. Slides the puck down low. Great poke check on the reach. Holla's moving the puck through his own zone. Mercer's got it into offensive territory. Moves the puck down low. And it's a quick pass to Paul. Here's a shot. Scores! The go-ahead goal puts them in front.
Well, and this has been trending to happen, James. They've been closing on the puck quickly since an upward trajectory as this game's progressed, and they find the back of the net. Well, the shooter shows good patience on this shot, James, just waiting for the goaltender to drop. Once he does and he drops into that butterfly position, there's enough room upstairs to be able to beat him.
New Jersey's got in front by a goal here in the first.
Well, I really like the way they've competed here, James. They get the go-ahead goal, but they got to find a way to continue to attack. You got to play with killer instinct, especially when there's so much time left.
Moves it to the middle, and that's intercepted. New Jersey's gained the line and into the zone. The Rangers grab possession of the puck. Great defensive effort with the stick. The Rangers scoop it up along the boards.
Line change.
Here's a shot. Turned aside with the glove by Dawes. And the puck stopper hangs on to get a breather here for the team.
Fox is out there for this shift, guys, and with the team trailing, let's look to him to use his zone ability to try to get some chances here.
New York's going to start with the puck inside the offensive zone. On the attack, they come down the right wing. Gets a hold of the puck here in his own end. The Rangers played along the boards. Jostled off the puck. Muffs the shot attempt. The Devils have it now. Can't stay on his feet after that hit. Here he is, wristed on net. Scores! They tied it up, and we are back to even.
Well, working hard, sticking to the game plan with good habits, and they're back to evens. Well, he's in tight to the net, James, and he knows that he's not going to have much time or space to get it off, so he elects to use the snapshot and beats the goaltender.
More than half the frame has been played here. The next goal could be a big one as we are tied. Face off here in the neutral zone, and we are back underway. Quick pass to Lafreniere. Oh, excellent use of the stick as he knocks that one away. Moves it to the middle. Block shot. And now he moves it quickly to Fox. Moves behind the net. Works it across to Lindgren. Keeps it out. Got a piece of it with the trapper. They are really pouring on the pressure here. Look at this battle along the boards. And they come away with possession here on their own end. Steps across the line and on the attack down the right side. The Rangers gain control of the puck against the wall. Gaining momentum in the offensive end. New Jersey's looking to break out of their own end. Slick feed. And now he angles it across to Holla. Play whistle dead, offside the call. Here in the late goings of the period, we got a tie game. And after the draw at center, they've got a hold of the puck. Zibanejad's been brought down, and we're going to get a penalty here. The goaltender is quickly off to his bench to get the extra attacker out. Here comes the official's decision.
Natural tendency for players is to reach when they've lost position on their opponent. When you reach, often you take out the feet of your opponent. This is an easy tripping call.
Our first look tonight at their power play unit.
An opportunity on their first power play of the game, James. And this is an opportunity to look at the coverage as well. See how they're playing it, whether they're going to be aggressive or sit back.
Gets it out of his own end. From the neutral zone now. Takes a bump but hangs on. An attempt to clear the puck from deep inside his own end. To the low slot. They'll want to clear the zone here while they're trying to kill off this penalty. And they get the puck out of harm's way. Quick feed to Lafreniere. Puck is frozen and we get a stoppage in play. Can they capitalize on this power play? Here comes the face-off. Myers won the draw in his own end. Now let's see if they can clear it. New York's got control of it now here in the offensive end. Comes up with the glove save. Heischer's ready for the draw as they continue to be shorthanded here. Puck is dropped and he wins the draw here in the defensive zone. And they send it down the ice. Slides the puck across to Trouba. Carries it into the offensive end up the middle. And that's a solid clearing attempt on the play. Just a little too much contact and couldn't hang on to the puck. His reflexes on display tonight.
Shesterkin's made a great quality shot look easy. I mean, he is so efficient. He's dialed in, he tracks, and he makes the save.
And they get the puck out.
10 seconds left.
Paula's almost out of the box.
The Rangers gain possession along the wall. Man advantage fails to deliver, and both teams back playing at even strength with the score still tied. Made the save on the play.
Well, I really like this PK unit, James. Just working in sync, almost as if they're on a pendulum or a string together, knowing exactly what the other is going to do, and the reason they're still tied.
In the final moments of this period, it's all tied up. Sends the pass over. Great use of the stick at center by Miller. New Jersey's got the puck. Oh, what a hit along the wall.
And that's a clean one, James. A great angle, shoulder to shoulder, and just laid it on thick.
Quick pass across to Bratt. And that's stolen by Goodrow. New Jersey's got it in their own zone. Knocks the puck down with a stick. And now it's grabbed by Miller. Carrying the puck deep inside his own end. Nice defensive robbery on that. And that's broken up in the defensive zone by Paul. Tip shot. Nice save by the goaltender. Scores! There it is, the go-ahead goal.
And how good does that feel? You can see the selling. The energy is certainly there, and now it's about dictating the pace going forward. Next shift, critically important. As a goaltender, you're always working on different exercise, tracking with your eyes, foot movement, everything that power pushes you across the crease, and unfortunately this time he's just too slow getting across, and it hits him and goes to the back of the net.
New York's got up by one here in this opening frame, but there's a lot of game to go here.
Yeah, and I always feel like those next few shifts are critical because you know your opponent, they're either going to respond or they're not. If they don't respond and you're on your toes, you push them back and you look for a second.
Take the shot.
Fires it, and he hangs on just as time runs out. The Rangers have created a lot of scoring chances tonight, and they lead it here late in the first. There's the horn. Still 40 more minutes left in regulation time. We'll get to the second period right after this.
Don't forget to get the seats you want to the games you want by purchasing one of our 6-game ticket packets today.
A clean sheet of ice beckons, and period number 2 set to get underway. Second frame is underway as the puck is dropped. Well, Cheryl, already a third of this one played. What do you make of this one?
Dawes dominated the cage in that opening 20, James. I mean, his team has to find a way to be better in front of him. He faced a ton of shots. He looks exhausted right now, but the game is close. They still are in it. They have to find a way to be better in front of him.
And off the draw, they take the puck. And a good use of the body to knock the puck loose.
Cutler's been feeling it, James. He got the go-ahead goal, and now the puck's on his stick.
The Devils get a hold of the puck along the boards. And he takes the dish. New York's got a hold of the puck. Shot! Scores! Chris Kreider comes through!
Well, the key to passing is also knowing the receiver, and he has an uncanny ability to know exactly who he's passing to and the wheelhouse, where they're played, and how they're going to get it off effectively. I mean, he's incredible when it comes to distribution.
New York's now up by 2 here in the second.
They've really pushed the pace this entire game, James. It's going to be a question as to whether they can really close it out, and the first 2 strides have been urgent. That tells me they've been prepared right from puck drop.
Dumps it in. New Jersey's got the puck. He's got it behind the cage. Here they come down the right side and on the attack. Kreider's been tripped up, and we got a penalty coming up here. New York's looking to break out. Along the half wall with the puck. Let's move to the middle. It scores! What an opportunity and delivers!
Hockey is a game of inches. If the pass isn't on the tape, if it's in your feet, all of a sudden you're fumbling for it. That gives the coverage time to defend you. But this one, it's right on the money, and the goal is a result.
New York's been on a roll all night long, and they continue to show no signs of slowing down here in period number 2.
Yeah, they're not taking their foot off the gas pedal here, James. They've been pushing and pressing all game long, and look at the scoreboard. It's the reason why they're ahead.
Center into the middle, and that goes off a stick. Stopped by the goaltender.
Now, these are the saves when you know that your goaltender is dialed in, James. The ability to get to the top of the crease and be square to the shooter, that's a great save.
Quick shot! Stopped by the goaltender.
Dawes makes a nice save there, James, and he struggled throughout this game, and he's found a way to make that save, but his team has to be better in front of him as well. You have to generate some offense if you want to get back in this game.
Oh, they telegraphed the pass, and he picks it off. pass across to Trocheck. Here's a short pass to Lafreniere. And it doesn't reach the net because it goes off a stick. Tries to get the puck over to Mercer. Cutting to the slot. Oh, he got all of that. What a save by Shesterkin.
He does a great job of having sound positional play based on where the puck is on that low inner spot. And he makes himself big, takes away the holes, and makes a save.
And he hangs on to the puck. Fires it into the offensive zone. Hughes moves the puck. The Rangers gain control of the puck. Here's a chance! Scores! The Rangers strike!
That's a really tough defensive zone turnover. Now everyone's caught out of position trying to cover, except for the shooter, of course, who has all the time in the world to put it top bins.
The Rangers are having a laugh tonight, up by a bunch now.
Well, when it's working for you, it's working for you. And you know that the coach loves this as well, because guess what? The entire bench is going to be utilized. They're all in rhythm. Get them all out there.
Drives it to the crease! Scores! Oh, that was a beauty!
And your coach is preaching all the time. Take away the eyes of the goaltender. What does that mean? It means you get yourself in front of that net, whether it's a double stack, a double screen, whatever you can do so that the goaltender can't find the puck. And he couldn't. As he drops to that butterfly, he tries to make himself as big as possible, but he can't catch up to the puck.
New York's dominated right from the start. Their offense clicking on all cylinders, and they lead here in the second. Vesey's got it in the offensive zone. New Jersey's gained possession along the boards. Takes the feed. New Jersey's got the puck against the boards. Picked up along the wall by Miller. Big save by the goaltender. The Rangers will play it from the defensive zone. And they'll dump it in. New Jersey's got possession of the puck. Slides into Holtz. He carries the puck up along the wing. Pinned up along the boards. New York's got the puck along the wall. Coughs it up at center. He grabs the puck here at the point. Loses possession after he takes a little hit. Sabinajad's across the line now and on the attack in the offensive end. Denies the shooter on that play.
Dawes really aggressive and challenging, and when you do that, you find a way to get to position quick, and you can deflect the pucks to the corner just like that. He made that one look easy.
New Jersey's got it in their own zone. And he slides it quickly to Bratt. Through center along the wing. Levels him with the hit. He's all alone with the goaltender. Oh, what a save in the play!
Well, James, I think he might have gotten in too tight here when he was selling the fake, but a nice save by the goaltender.
New York's got the decided edge in the shot department here tonight in the second period, and they continue to lead. Play resumes here as he wins the draw inside the offensive zone. Ball's taking it from his own end. Moves it quickly over to Palat. Quick feed down low. Scooped up along the wall by Marino. Toffoli's got it to the side. And that carries off a body in the lane. Takes that pass back at the point. And that's knocked away in the defensive end by Goodrow. Turned that one aside.
Well, goaltenders love the butterfly as he drops and slides across his crease. He makes the save.
The Rangers will play it in their own end. New York's got it along the wall. Now a quick pass to Miller. Blocked in front. Palat's got the puck in his own zone. Angles it over to Toffoli. Ball's tripped up and the official's hand is in the air signaling penalty.
These are typically easy calls for officials to make as the opponent goes falling to the ice at the hands of your stick. Tough one to take.
The Devils will have a chance to get on the power play for the first time this evening.
Well, first power play of the game, James. You want to start with possession and look to get shots to the net. It is the tone setter.
Grabs the puck here in their own end. They clear the zone. New Jersey's got a hold of it along the wall. Slides the puck across to Bratt. The Devils move it in. Centering feed! And he shuts down a great scoring chance there. They'll get set to drop the puck as this power play continues. Heischer's won the draw there on the attack. Denies them in front. Takes the puck as the clock ticks down on the penalty kill. And they keep the pressure on. Trying to get out of the defensive end. Kept in at the line as that's blocked.
Yeah, it's a tough one for the PK unit. You got it on your stick. You got to find a way to clear. Instead, now you're scrambling to get back to defensive position to try and negate this power play.
Toffoli's got it along the wing. And a nice takeaway in the defensive end by Kreider. Trying to clear. Gets it out of his own end. Looking to break out here on the power play. New Jersey's got the puck in the defensive end. Moves it to Bratt. The Devils will play it against the boards. And that's blocked. The Devils have it now.
Panarin standing up, ready to go.
There's the whistle. We'll get a face-off after all that chaos.
Well, and this is a much-needed reset for his team after some sustained ozone pressure by the opponent.
New York's had the better scoring opportunities and lots of them, which is why they lead in a big way here in the second. And with the centers tied up, he swoops in to take possession. Big hit, and that frees up possession. Moves the puck across to Meyer. Poked away at center by Gustafsson. Turns it over. Loses his balance on the play. Dishes it to Holla. Quick pass to Hughes. Centering feed. Oh, he comes up with a stop. There's the whistle as the puck is frozen up. The Rangers are checking all the boxes tonight. More shots, more goals, and they lead in the second. Trocheck's won it off the faceoff. Schneider's stick handling in his own zone. Heavy hit into the wall, and look at this. We're going to get a stoppage here as the whistle's blown. A pane of glass is broken.
Well, safety is the first priority, and it was a thunderous hit, and as a result, there's a crack in the pane, and they'll have to replace that, James. The maintenance crew will come out here and make sure that it's taken care of.
Center's gliding up to the face-off dots here. New Jersey's got a hold of the puck now. Panarin's got it in the defensive end. The Rangers cross the blue line and are on the attack. Quick feed to Lindgren. Play blown dead. Let's get the call.
Being down by a bunch of goals, and then you get running around with frustration and out of control, and that's the reason why you took a penalty.
Another scoring opportunity looms here.
Well, they haven't scored on the power play yet, man. It is a tough thing to do, and this is an earned opportunity. They've practiced, they know what they're doing. It'll come.
Right over the doorstep. Let's go! Right with the man advantage, and they make it click.
That's exactly how the coach would have drawn it up, James. I mean, you move the puck around the outside to disrupt the coverage. You open up the middle of the ice, and then you get a glorious shot chance, and you capitalize. Excellent work.
The Rangers continue to hammer the accelerator here in the offensive zone tonight.
They've been incredible almost through 2 periods of play here. I mean, their ozone possession time is dictating it all. The ability to get to the net, and of course the motion on the outside, which is disrupting the coverage and opening up the lanes.
Oh, absolutely clutch at the stop.
Oh, you gotta love this stuff, James. The game within the game, and this is a one-on-one battle, and this goaltender, he knows exactly where he's at, and he wins it.
Heischer's going to play it against the half wall. Comes up with the steal. On the attack into the offensive end, right up the gut. Sends it down low. Picked up along the boards by Trouba. Fires a one-timer, and that goes off a body. Hammers one from the point. Oh, how did he keep it out? What a blocker stop by Schmid. Goes right to the crease. Oh, what a stop on the play. Gets all of it with the paddle.
The goaltenders are the last line of defense for a reason. This time, he bails his team out.
Looking to make something happen in the offensive zone. Casey's going to play it to the corner. And the traffic jam in front blocks the shot. And they'll get a breather as the goaltender covers it up. The Rangers have spent the majority of tonight in the offensive zone, and they continue to lead big time here late in the second. New York's got the puck inside the offensive zone. Oh, slick work with the glove by Schmid.
I'm not sure how he kept up to that shot right from the slot area, James, but man, he flashed the leather. He made the save, no rebound to boot.
The Rangers continue to lead here in the late stages of this second period. Scoops up the puck now. The Devils are on the attack. Puts it on net. Oh, what a stop with the pad by Shesterkin. Lindgren's the victim of a slash, and the official caught that. We got a penalty coming up. And with the delayed penalty called, they get the extra attacker out here on the ice. Here comes the sentence.
Well, you can see the coach look skyward on that third call of the period. They know that they got to get back to even strength and get some kind of offense generated. Listen, a power play, you want to make sure that you're getting a high percentage shooting shot. And that's exactly what they did earlier on the 1-3-1 where they were able to capitalize. It's about opening up lanes, getting the coverage to move around, and then firing and executing when you have it.
Slides the puck down low. The Devils have it behind the cage. Lets it go. And there's the save. Pokes it away in his own end. Through the neutral zone and into the offensive end. And he was ready for that one. We got a whistle as the puck's frozen. Hollow's side still short-handed here as they slide in for the face-off. Off the draw, they take possession. Here's a short pass to Holla. Fires it on net. And that goes off a player. Trying to get something going here with this man advantage as they start from their own end. Nearing the 40-minute mark of the game. Takes enough, but he's still got the puck. And he makes the save on that play. Oh, my goodness, it stayed out. What a save!
It was all but in, James, and that athleticism and the will to get to that puck, that was on display.
From the right side, they gain the zone. Takes a shot. Stopped by the goaltender. We'll get a face-off after the puck stays covered up. Pacers recognizing they're still short-handed here as they get ready for the face-off. And they win the draw on their own end. And he takes the feed. Sends it in deep. And he slides it quickly to Panarin.
Being on the power play is a privilege. Trust me, I know I was never on it, always on the PK. So for those players who didn't execute, yes, they had a comfortable lead, and some would say it's not a big deal, but to each and every one of them, it should be.
There's the horn, 40 minutes in the books. We'll get a refresh for both the players, ice. Back with a third period next.
You'll have the opportunity to have a couple of our players sign autographs after the game.
Teams are lined up, and they are ready to get this third period underway. They've dropped the puck here in the third, and it's been a blowout thus far. Let's see if there's any sort of response. Cheryl, 40 minutes in the books now played. How do you view this one?
The Devils haven't had any possession time, James, and as a result, they haven't created any offense. Their opponent has really taken it to them, really worn them down, put them on their heels, and then spend a lot of time in their own zone.
From the slot, wrist shot. Oh, wide of the net.
You're in the slot, you got to hit the net.
Denies him in front. New Jersey's got to hold him against the wall. Oh, you gotta love the effort as he blocks that. Good, solid check, and he loses control of it. Moves it quickly over to Kreider. Look out, here they come on the attack. Scores! It's in the back of the net.
We don't get many odd man rushes throughout a game, James. You have to capitalize on your opportunity. I thought they executed perfectly. They didn't overpass. The right player took the right shot.
The Rangers continue to attack the net here in period number 3, adding yet another goal to their score.
Well, it's been all areas of the game that have really been terrific tonight, James. I've also enjoyed the communication that we're seeing on the ice, not just the body language, but also the vocalness. I mean, they're creating all over the ice, and it's been real fun to watch.
Shesterkin's got the puck. He's going to hang on for a whistle and slow things down.
Well, he's been shelled, hasn't he, James? He's weathered every storm that's been thrown at him, and now he elects to pounce on this puck. It's a nice, safe play. He anticipates well, and he holds on for the whistle.
Trocheck's gained possession, and his great work inside the face-off circle pays off again. And it's a quick pass to Lafreniere. Takes the pass from the left wing. Down the right side and into the zone. And now he moves it quickly to Siegenthaler. Scores! And there is a much-needed counterpunch from the other end.
Well, they've closed the gap, but the next shift is the most important. The ability to have energy and try and get that puck and get another one on the board. He gets the shot off the most coveted area on the ice, right in front of the paint. Doesn't allow the goalie to get set up and puts it home.
The Devils are showing a little pride here in the third.
And really, that's all that it's about right now. This game is over, and you can see they just want this game and the clock to tick down. They want that final buzzer to go.
Hughes wins the draw at center. New Jersey's got the puck along the wall. Glove save and just enough of it.
Well, he's showing great mobility here as he drops into the butterfly and moves across his crease with ease to make the save.
Great pressure on the offensive end by Trouba. Handles the pass. Hangs on to the puck after taking a hit. And he takes the feed. And now it's over to Lafreniere. Gets the full use of his stick on the poke check. Goaltender hangs on for the whistle. The Rangers have been the busier team offensively, and as a result, they lead it big time here in this third. The Devils win the draw. Ball's lugging the puck. Centering pass in front. Puts it off the post. Beautiful read in the defensive end by Miller. Great poise here as he gets it back. Here's a shot. And he comes up with the glove save. The Rangers lead this one early in the third period. They have been the more aggressive team offensively with the lead in the shot department. New Jersey's got the win off that draw. We got a whistle, penalty coming up. The Rangers are going to serve 2 for tripping here. New Jersey's power play unit puts their hard hats on as they go back to work.
Power plays, more time on the ice, the ability to get that puck moving. These players know exactly what they're doing. They work on it in practice. Spoke to some of them earlier today at the pregame, and they talked about the execution and the precision in particular with their puck movement.
New Jersey's got the puck along the boards. Streaking through center, they go on the attack. There's the whistle as the goalie hangs on. Still some precious time left on this power play as they get set to drop the puck. And from off the wing, he comes up with it with both centers scrummed up. The Rangers have possession shorthanded. Puck clears the zone. The Devils gain possession. Myers moving the puck through his own zone. On the attack along the boards. Nowhere for that shot to go through. And some good footwork to kick it away. Here's a chance to get it out. And they get the puck out of the zone.
I like the aggressive sequence to this PK unit, James. They're all over the puck in straight lines. They're hard and heavy on it. When they get it, they send it 200 feet down the ice, and this kills some valuable time and gets them a line change.
Puck is cleared out of the defensive zone. Passes it over to Holla. Picked off in the open ice. Here we go. Puck's in deep. Slides it diagonally to Meyer. Both sides back to even strength. Tremendous stop by Shesterkin.
You have to be quick in your crease if you want to be able to deny low zone shots. He does that perfectly as he's tight to the shooter right there.
The Rangers have a significant lead here in the third period. They have brought their A game tonight. And they win the draw here in their own end. The Rangers move the puck in the defensive zone. Shot! Stopped by the blocker. The Devils take it along the wall. New Jersey's on the attack. Slides it over with pace to Paul. Puck goes off the glove. Moves with the puck at the corner. Moves it to Paul. Denies him! The Rangers have it now. Slides it across to Lafreniere. New York's looking to break out of their own end. Dumps the puck in. The Devils have it against the wall. The Rangers gain possession of the puck here in the offensive end. A little crashing and banging forces the turnover. Quick pass to Hischier. And somehow he hangs on. And he keeps that one out. Passes the puck over to Trocheck. Takes a shot. Oh, he made the save. How did he stop it?
I have no idea, James. I mean, he was down and out, but profound athleticism and desperation got him back in to make it.
New York's played one of their best games this season. They continue to dominate in the shot department and lead it here in the third. The Rangers will go to work here in the offensive zone. And the goalie covers up for the whistle. Officials are set. Players seem ready. We're ready to get this thing back underway. The Devils come up with the defensive zone draw. Gains the zone along the right wall. Moves it to the middle. Great defensive play to pick off the pass. Tries to get it over to Zibanejad. Puck grab by Gustafsson. Steps inside the attacking zone down the left wing. Can't hang on to the puck after the play. And it's kicked away. Grabbed along the board by Siegenthaler. New Jersey's through center and now in the offensive end. And that's intercepted by Zibanejad.
When you're trailing in a game, sometimes you try and do too much. You're overly aggressive, and you try and do a high-risk, high-reward play, and that's exactly what happens here. Unfortunately, it goes the other way.
And that shot gets caught in traffic. New York's got it in their own zone. The Rangers looking against the half wall. The Devils gain possession in their own end. And he slides it quickly to Hischier.
Well, the game certainly isn't predictable, is it, James? As it's going back and forth, goals from all areas as players shoot from all angles and attack the zone.
Poked away at center ice. At center ice now, he grabs the puck. Textbook poke check by Vesey. Through the neutral zone, up along the wing. Puts it in deep. Pinned up along the boards. Taken along the wall by Tierney. From the right side, he goes to the middle of the neutral zone. Throws it in. New Jersey's gained possession along the boards. The Devils will play it from the defensive zone. Ball's got it against the boards. New Jersey's got it behind the net. And it banks off a stick in traffic. Kyle's gained the line and on the attack. And he's tripped up on the play. Referee's hand goes up here. Time for the officials to hand out the judgment.
I always hated to play in these games. It just came out flat and nothing you did made it better. Now they got to kill off a penalty when they're getting blown out. Real tough game. success earlier on the power play. They recognize where the openings have been. But what I love about it is they're not afraid to change it up. The motion on this power play and these sequences have really been the reason they've been successful.
Across the line along the left wall. And that's poked away in the offensive zone by Marino. Quick feed to Fox. Carries the puck through the neutral zone. The Devils will try to shave a few seconds off this penalty now. Along the boards, they battle for the puck. Here's a short pass to Kako. Center field! What a chance, but they can't connect. Dished on over to Mercer. Forces the turnover. New York's got a hold of the puck. Sends a pass over. Poked away by Mercer. Takes the pass. From their own end, trying to kickstart this power play. And he uses his reach to disrupt the play. Played big in the moment there. Puck dumped in. The Rangers gain possession along the wall. Now he takes it over the line. Shot! Denied with the glove by Schmid! Goaltender covers up. We got a stoppage in play. Check in with our own Carlin Bade, who had the better night in that head-to-head matchup with the Stars.
Panarin's worked hard, and even though he hasn't got on the scoreboard, I've liked his game, guys. I'm giving him the edge here.
Moves it quickly over to Gustafsson.
Well, with a hefty lead, the team looks comfortable, and certainly that power play did. Yes, they didn't execute. It didn't seem to have the urgency that they had earlier in the game.
The Rangers have traded tonight like a shooting gallery and are in cruise control late in the third. New York's going to start with the puck inside the offensive zone. The Devils move to the offensive zone. Sends the pass in front. Couldn't complete the pass. Hard hit frees up the puck. Turn that chance aside. Gets it over to Kreider. Sends it out in front. And that's stopped. Moves it to Zibanejad. Does it again with the stop.
They make some consecutive saves there. He's got to be wondering where his defense are. I mean, how about a little help?
Moves it to the middle. Block shot. New York's looking to break out. Puck dumped in and the forwards go for a change. Now a quick pass to Meyer. Knocked away with the stick by Lafreniere. Here's a shot. Denied by the puck stopper. Goaltender covers it up and we'll get a reset here. New York's not far from the finish line here as they lead it late in this third. And off the draw, they'll take possession. Slides it across to Panarin. From the open ice, they gain the line. Here's a chance. Gives them nothing in front.
You know the goalie's dialed in when he redirects the puck to the corner.
New Jersey's got the puck against the half wall. Tries to make that cross-ice feed. Takes the feed. Receives the pass. Scores! On the rebound, he pots it.
This is actually a tougher play than it looks, James. You have to have timing and an awareness to be able to get your stick on that rebound and then bury it. Not a lot of time and space available, but he executes perfectly.
New York's added yet another one here to the total tonight. What a performance.
Yeah, they've had the puck on their stick for a majority of this game. You know the coaching staff is going to be impressed. Hey, maybe they'll get the day off tomorrow.
And he slides it quickly to Lindgren. Slides the puck across to Panarin. Into the offensive zone. Handles the puck at the point. He scores! There's the hat trick and let it rain Chapeau!
Yeah, Rain Chapeau is right there. That's all over the ice. They're going to have to collect them all. This is going to take some time, but man, has he ever had an effective night. He had two, and he was thinking three all the way. That's what you pressures all around you that are going to come and close.
New York's offense has not been a problem tonight. They put a lot of shots on net and laid it big time late in this third period. Puck is dropped and play resumes. Nice feed at center, moves up ahead now. Brzezinski's got the puck. And the crowd's on their feet, saluting the team after a hard-fought effort this evening. New York's looking to close things out here. They've been the dominant team all night. Hard to see them taking their foot off the gas now. Hughes picks up the puck. Quick pass to Miller. Shot! And he keeps possession. Moves the puck. Just wide of the net. There's the horn, and that's the hockey game. Cheryl, how do you describe this job here tonight?
Well, when you're getting a lot of shots on net, it means you're getting in the offensive zone, and sometimes any shot is a good shot when you're picking up the rebound.
And here we go, time for the stick salute. So effective, and yet such a classic here in New York.
Yeah, it really is, and I feel like they started this tradition as a thank you to their fan base and create so much energy as they come up to the middle of the ice after a W.
Well, that'll do it for all of us here at EA Sports. I'm James Cebulski, and we will see you next time from ringside.
PlayStation